the Senate Committee on Public Accounts is not satisfied with the explanation on these missing rifles. While we pray for God to forgive and accept in His presence the lives of about 15 police officers that died, and in the course of that, their rifles were taken away. But for other 3,900 and something rifles unaccounted for, we expect the Office of Inspector General of Police to appear before us again on Monday by 12 noon with vivid, comprehensive explanation as to these missing firearms. That is the position of the committee. Thank you.
It is good for Nigerians to know where missing arms goes to and how we can curtail them. You cannot in one hour say that the AIG is so interested in ensuring that there are no missing arms. And here we have missing arms, and we cannot account for it. And you have carried an investigation, and we cannot also want people to know. If you tell us now, what are we going to tell the public?
This is a very weighty issue. Missing firearms, thousands of AK-47 in the midst of this high insecurity in the country. If not for anything, the police should have been able to trace the loss of these arms and know what happened, because it is not it is no longer news that in some cases some people who are in charge of the armory have been reported to be selling arms to criminals.
For you, more than us, should be very worried that about 4,000 arms, some of which could have been used by criminals to compound the security situation we are facing as a people. And that as we speak, you don't know who is applied them. They may be applied today to kill an innocent person. And it will be your Lord to go and find out the people. The least I expected of you, and I insist that you should discharge that burden, is to say that you track these missing arms to an officer whose name must be disclosed. Because when you arrest people who stole rats and rabbits, you parade them. So if a police officer sell or through neglect, deliberately by omission or commission, is responsible or are responsible for missing of this number of arms, you have an obligation not only to disclose, but to apprehend, parade, and name such persons. This country must operate under the same level of rule of law. Every day we hear news of some people selling arms to criminals. And you will understand, as governor of Edo State, my personal assistant, my principal private secretary, was killed. And the police report was that the firearm that was used was under police custody. That remains a scar in my heart forever. So I think you have a duty. This one we will not waive. Mr. Chairman, I hold the view they must account for each and every piece of those weapons.
Thank you.
They must disclose other whose care were those weapons missing. If those people are alive, let the stone be written. Here lies an officer who sold arms to criminals.
Let us hear what they have to say closed door. Doesn't mean we keep it closed door. We will come out of the closed door session and tell the public in our own words so that people will digest this information. 4,000 arms is not something that we should just think. The word is already out there, the numbers are out there. But I think it behoves on us to understand what they have gone through, the investigations they've gone through. Let us ask them in closed door. There are certain things they might say in answering us publicly in the first instance that would actually be giving away certain national security issues. I think we should give them that benefit of doubt
before we go out and give everything out to the gallery. This is my position, sir.
Those who are in support that we should continue with the proceedings publicly like we are doing, can you say aye?
Aye.
Those that are agitating for closed door meeting before briefing the press, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Earlier by my leaders, the Adams Oshomole were procured with public fund. So it goes without saying that the public should know the whereabouts of this fund. It will also help the public to be at watch in search of some of these firearms. So I support that we continue this hearing publicly. And without much ado, except if you have further explanation as to the number recovered as at now, number still unrecovered as at now, in the absence of that information, we'll go ahead to adopt the recommendation of Auditor General of the Federation. AIG, the floor is yours.
After the order, some of the officers were killed. Their names are here. Some were injured.
The precise, the number, we need the number. Those killed, okay. We know the number.
And arms taken away.
Arms taken away. So those information are very important. We want to be certain and specific.
Yeah, my officer will continue with you.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and other members of this committee. If you look from page 225, before I go into the details, whenever arms are lost, investigations are always carried out. And investigation reports are written before they are forwarded to Force Headquarters for compilation. If you look at page 225, because it is
200 and what?
25.
225. Just a minute.
Yeah, 225.
No, let me get it here now.
Investigation report involving 14 officers on loss of arms. The same thing if you go to 228. 228.
Okay, let's take it gradually. Here we have Inspector Shehu Musa. He lost one AK-47. We have Sergeant Jacob Fulani, one AK-47. We have Sergeant Hania Silvanus, one AK-47. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Corporal Moses Didan, one AK-47. Peace.
Apart from the men that were killed and their weapons scattered away, some of the reports from the Auditor General's office, somebody could be working in Delta and maybe move with Principal Abuja, he could still be retaining that arm with him here. So where did you see those arms?
Is it allowed in the force? The one? Yes. So you don't report their movement?
In the division, sir, where you are serving, or command where you are serving,
yes,
you are allowed to book your movement. It will be there.
Yes. If
it's not booked, the auditors themselves will not see it to report the loss. Maybe, as is expected, every blessed day, as you are closing, you return these arms to your armory, like my governor, sir.
Well,
here.
Let me help you.
Okay, sir.
I'm not a police officer, but I'm a lawyer of 16 years. And out of the 16 years, I practiced for 13 years. Before a report of loss of firearms can be forwarded to Auditor General or the external auditor, that matter must have been investigated and established. You can't tell me that if my orderly that works with me in Ebonyi is coming with me in Abuja, they will report his firearms as missing. It's not on that way. That firearms reads Senator Onyekachi Nwaebonyi.
No, sir, not to you, sir. Sorry, sir, for interjecting.
Yes.
It's issued to the officer by name.
I'm just using a name.
Okay, sir.
That firearms reads Sergeant Okafor.
Yes, sir.
And he's still with the firearms.
Yes, sir.
So you cannot, if an auditor comes to in command, for example, and the firearm is not there, you can't report missing firearms.
Sir, I'm talking out of experience.
What our auditor...
I'll give you an example of myself. Go on.
Okay, sir. Sir, now, as our governor, sir, your escorts that brought you to Abuja, the arm is...
He really brought me. They escorted me.
Okay, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
So he was not under arrest.
Your escorts to Abuja, their arm is recorded in Edo State, where they are serving, whether with the mobile or the regular force. As you are coming, as they are coming with you, sir, as your escort, anytime if you didn't go home for the next 2 years and the arms are not reported, the length of time that it has taken, the auditors when they come, because it's a requirement of law that they should return this arm every blessed day when you are closing from work. You are not expected to go home with these arms. So if the auditors come, if, for example, we are here, if I have arm, I'm here now, if the auditor should be in my office, and for example, the arm has taken maybe up to 30 days, and the arm is not there, it's not recorded, that it will bear my name there. The fact that for 30 days, this arm consistently has not been recorded, has been returned, book has been returned. It is deemed to have been lost.
And there is a name of an officer that
Yes.
let me come now.
Okay.
There is a particular officer that particular firearms is being assigned to, and there is no report of such an officer being attacked or dead. Then they want us to believe you that presumption of loss will arise.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell that is wrong.
That's what
it's not possible in law.
I'm telling you, sir.
Don't advert, please.
No, sorry,
please,
sir. Thank God you are not a lawyer.
Please, let me tell you. We have reportable and irreportable presumption in law. What you are saying is a reportable presumption. What you are saying is a reportable presumption. You cannot declare firearms missing when there is no account of the holder of the firearms. I'm not a policeman, but common sense tells me that you are wrong. You can't take that. We can't take that. You can't take that.
Was used, according to a police report, to kill my private secretary. It remained a sky on the police force. What you have just said is not correct, whether by common sense or by law. You attach people to the governor. You didn't attach them to Benin City. Which is the correct question? Were they attached to the governor or they attached to the office? The building. Is the governor assumed to be mobile or stationed? Under the rules of engagement, the police attached to the governor. When the governor is traveling, are they to take permission before they travel? Those attached to me regularly tells me that they go to regularize their booking, not only the booking of their arms, but also from time to time that they are where they are supposed to be. And sometimes your officers come to check if they are still with me, in case they may have left without reporting. To make the assumption you have made it to insult the intelligence of the police, not us. When you suggest to us that if an officer moves from Benin on official escort duty to which you officially and legally assigned him, that you presume his weapon is no longer with him. When? Okay. Even in the days of analog system of phone calls, when I don't know how many phones you have, it takes a police, the nearest police station you can ask it to go and check. So the truth of the matter is, you have to go back. If I were you, you will take the option of going to document, even if we were to take your views, which I think might put you in more trouble, to document those who have presumed loss, not because the officers are dead, not because they can't be reached, and you are paid their salaries. There's evidence their salaries is being paid as a well due, and you assume that because they are not at the point at which they were assigned to an officer or to a particular duty, therefore you choose to record, not us, not the Accountant General, not the Auditor General. You choose to record that they should be presumed to have been lost.
Their firearms.
Does that meet the requirement of common sense?
It does not.
How?
It does not.
How?
So AIG.
You know why I don't want
For general's representative that went to the various states and formations and locations that made this presumption, because the routine rule of daily booking and returning the arm is not maintained for a period of time. That was,
when you assign a policeman to a governor with arms,
yes, sir.
the policeman is supposed to close that and return the weapon. He's
Yes,
not supposed to guard the governor 24/7. Do you make the assumption that when that he will close and then he will return the weapon? Because when he returns the weapon, who protects the governor? Because you choose the governor as an example. I want to ask you to protect the governor. When the governor is still in office and the policeman has not been withdrawn, I want your answer, sir. No. This one, everybody should answer his father's name. What is your answer to that?
Yes, these altercations.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not about
Yes, sir. As I earlier requested, sir. As I earlier requested, so that we produce something better. We are coming up with a summary, with a good table, analyze and simplifies to the level everybody will understand, sir. We are not going to hide anything, and I assure you that the force has done a lot, and they will not allow any of our arms to get missing. Like the senator said, every policeman is afraid that instead of losing his arms, it's better he run away or even lose his life. It is like that, sir. So that is it, sir. So no arms, to me, no arms was missing, and we are going to justify it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No arm was missing or no arm was unaccounted for.
Unaccounted for. Thank you for the correction, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
because those who died.
The Senate Committee on Public Accounts is not satisfied with the explanation on these missing rifles. While we pray for God to forgive and accept in His presence the lives of about 15 police officers that died, and in the course of that, their rifles were taken away. But for other 3,900 and something rifles unaccounted for, we expect the Office of Inspector General of Police to appear before us again on Monday by 12 noon with vivid, comprehensive explanation as to these missing firearms. That is the position of the committee. Thank you.